Hey guys, wicked excited to bring you this video today. So I have recently come into the possession of a deck that I have been trying to get literally for the past couple of months, and it's been so hard to try to acquire it. It's a slim deck, so it's not a 78 card deck, it's a 30 card deck. It's called the Oracle of Oddities, which is pretty awesome. Look at that snazzy packaging, right? Pretty badass. When I was in college, I was a sculpture major and I was a digital media major, and one of the things that I would look for inspiration would actually be anatomical prints that I would have around my studio. So when I found out that there was a deck inspired by like the macabre and anatomical prints, I was like, oh my god, I have to get this. So the shop for the actual maker of the deck, which I believe her name is Goodchild, she's based out of Toronto, Canada, and she has an Etsy shop called Black&TheMoon. And that's where you can actually go and pre-order and purchase these. This is the second edition, by the way, just to let you guys know. And I actually had to get it through a third party because it was super, super hard to get. There is such a high demand for this deck. It's pretty unbelievable. And for it being such a slim one too, double whammy. So, on to the good stuff, and I'm just going to take out this deck to show you guys. Dun, 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 dun. And here it is. Super nice, like fabric, deep hunter green printed texture back, right? That's a mouthful. Rounded edged corners, matte, not shiny, not glossy at all. So they're both the print and the backing of the print have a matte finish. So now on to the good stuff. Now to show you the actual artwork. The artwork is pretty amazing. Got to say that much. So here's the first one. And she does have like these little phrases on the bottom of the cards which describes kind of like the overall theme of each individual card. This one is toxic, as you can tell. She uses both kind of human anatomical images as well as nature, which is pretty cool. This one's anger, which is a pretty badass card, right? This one is death. So both you can see the play on nature and, of course, anatomy. I really love how, like, the edges here, there's like a gradient from the edge to the image. The image is like highlighted with this nice light beige background, but then the edges here look like they are tinted a little bit, so it kind of gives the image a halo effect, which is really, really nice. This one is union. Pretty cool, right? It's very different. Obviously, it's not a oh my god, I can't talk. A Rider-Smith deck. It completely befalls all of those it doesn't go by the traditional like tarot style, which is actually pretty cool. This one's called Power, which I can respect, and it kind of is cool because it kind of breaks you from the traditional, you know, suits and things like that, and it kind of spices up your intuition a little bit, like getting those intuitive juices flowing. Sorry guys, I don't know how to speak. This one is called Listen. Pretty cool, right? Transformation. I really love how she kept, you know, that there's this like pop of color with the nature artifacts, and then here with the anatomical prints, it's black and white traditional. It kind of reminds me, this one's called Divinity. It kind of reminds me of looking at the prints, like the old Leonardo da Vinci sketches that he would have, and then of course the medical anatomical plates that they would have etched back in like, you know, the 16th or 17th centuries, which is pretty cool. Or even 18th century, actually. This one is called Life. God. Look at that. I'm gonna be like super close to see if you guys can see the detail. Cool, right? They are borderless, obviously. And I did find it being a little pricey. I mean, it was like $45 through this third party, which is actually kind of cheaper through than going through her Etsy shop. If you purchase it directly through her, I think it's like around $60 to purchase it through her. Don't quote me on it, but I mean, it is, then again, it is a self-published deck. You have to think about that. So, of course, there are lots of expenses that you have to put in to creating something like this, and it does take a lot of work. So, from an artistic standpoint and a manufacturing standpoint, I completely understand. But it was just a little bit more than I'm used to spending on a few of the decks that I own. Revelation. I think this one is one of my favorites. Anything that has to do with macabre, I love. I'm sorry. Like, come on, guys. Like, I hang, like, bones and skulls and things in my house. Scare away my cousins and family members when they come here. No, but seriously, like, I love anatomy. And, you know, if you're creative, you know that... you know, if you've ever drawn before or illustrated or anything like that, you know, anatomy is kind of like the very first thing that you're taught or you're forced to look at. This one is Beauty. Empathy. And I do have to say, it's very high quality print. Very, very high. This one's Apathy. And like I said, it's different. It breaks the norm of, you know, the traditional Marseille or the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, you know? So it's refreshing. It really is refreshing. This one is Separation, obviously. Eternity. Excusez-moi. And I really love how she kept the font simple, all lowercase. Here we go. Here's what I was talking about the Leonardo da Vinci sketches. This one's called Security. I don't know I haven't researched on where she received these anatomical images from, and like if they were self-drawn or if they were collected by a reference. I'm not too sure about that. But this deck does not come with a little white book. So you are kind of left to explore your own interpretations of the cards and as you read them in a spread, which is actually kind of cool. This one is Explore. And the last one is Observe. Sorry, I'm eating a Halls. I've been coughing like crazy for these last couple of weeks. I love the sunflowers here and then the butterflies. Works really well with the theme. And that's it. That is the Oracle of Oddities. Really quick review or unboxing. And if you guys are interested in if you guys are interested in kind of breaking from the traditional decks that mass produced out there via like Amazon or anything like that, I really recommend taking a look at her site. Again, it's Black&TheMoon. I purchased it through Phoenix and Lotus. If you're on the East Coast, they're based out of New Hampshire. Really nice lady who owns this really quaint shop. I actually purchased it online through her and didn't find it that expensive. And she actually has a lot of self-published decks for sale, which is actually kind of nice. So yes, I will leave the link below. Thank you so much, guys. I can't wait to start this new year and exploring new series and themes with you this year. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. And until next time, bye-bye. Blah, 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 blah.